And next, I'll invite Nizam Masroor and Sahib, student Jamia Ahmadiyya. The topic of his speech is Organization of Khuddam Ahmadiyya. And you have 10 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون. You are the best people raised for the good of mankind. You enjoin what is good and forbid evil and believe in Allah. And if the people of the book had believed, it would have been surely better for them. Some of them are believers, but most of them are disobedient. Chapter 3, verse 111. Before the advent of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the moral conditions of the Arab world had declined to its lowest ebb, and all kinds of immoralities abounded. The Holy Prophet ﷺ transformed these people in an unprecedented way, and his companions presented great sacrifices for the sake of Islam, and in doing so won the pleasure of God. However, with the passage of time, the high moral standards amongst the Muslims weakened, and a period of darkness revisited. Consequently, Allah the Almighty raised Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian for the reformation of Islam, in exact accordance with the prophecies made by the Holy Prophet ﷺ 1400 years ago, about the prophecies made by the Holy Prophet ﷺ, who would appear in the latter ages to revive Islam from its period of darkness. In 1889, under divine direction, the promised Messiah ﷺ established a community of blessed and purified people, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Its followers made sacrifices like the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and such sacrifices are still made by the Ahmadi Muslims even today. Thus, a golden era in Islam has once again been established. Hazrat Muslim Maud radiallahu ta'ala anhu, according to the will of the Almighty Lord, established many schemes for the overall victory of the religion of Allah, including Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya was formed in the year 1938. Since the beginning of his Khilafat, Hazrat Muslim Maud radiallahu ta'ala anhu was very heavily involved in the spiritual education and discipline of youth, and gave regard and attention to their upbringing. His goal was that the youth of the time be trained in such a way as to take over the position of the retiring Jamaat members. They should have the vigor to give everything they have, whether it be their wealth, time, or honor, for the sake of the advancement of Jamaat, and that they may raise the flag of Jamaat to a higher level. While laying the foundation to this organization, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih II radiallahu ta'ala anhu said that I can foresee the defenses that will be made against the opponents of Ahmadiyya in the future, and one of the mediums against the attacks will be Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, and the spiritual training and knowledge that will be given to them. No doubt that some people who do not possess the spiritual eye cannot understand these things, because everybody is not capable of understanding. This is a gift of God which He gives to His men. Today is the time of the training of youth, and the time of training is that of silence. The people think that nothing is going on, but when the nation stands up after training in the field of action, the world then becomes witness to these epic results. Indeed, this is a living nation who on command of one hand stand up, and sit down with the sign of the other, and bring about a great change in the world. Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya was established in the year 1938 with only 10 people. Every Ahmadi male between the ages of 15 and 40 is a member of the Majlis and is referred to as a Khuddam. Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya is also responsible for the youth between the ages of 7 and 15. These youths are managed by an auxiliary organization called Atfal al-Ahmadiyya, and a member of this organization is called a Tifl. The objective of this Majlis is to train and educate the Khuddam and Atfal in Islamic ways and to create the love of Allah and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the spirits of serving Islam, the country and all the mankind, and to strive for its welfare. Hazrat Muslim radiallahu ta'ala anhu has said that nations cannot be reformed without the reformation of the youth. And the aims and objectives with which this scheme was originally started were as follows. 1. To propagating the peaceful message of Islam. 2. Promoting universal brotherhood between believers of all faith. And 3. To train and educate its members in true Islamic ways, inculcating in them the following attributes: love of Allah and the Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the spirit of serving Islam, their country and humanity, and to strive for its welfare. The overall in charge of both organizations is Sadr Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, who provides guidance to them using the constitution, guidelines, and instructions of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih. To facilitate the work of the Majlis, various departments have been created to assist us of the Majlis. The office bearers include the Sadr, the Mu'tamid, and department heads of many categories such as Ishaq, Tabligh, and Tabiyat. Now, I would like to read a small excerpt written by Hazrat Muslim radiallahu ta'ala anhu, which relates really to what is expected as Khuddam. He writes, "Can you work hard so that you can work for 13 to 14 hours in a day? Do you speak the truth to the extent that you will not lie in any case, nor can your friend and relative dare to lie in front of you? And if anyone tells you a false story of his bravery, you cannot remain without showing your displeasure. Are you free from feelings of false ego? Can you clean your streets? Would you walk on the street carrying load on yourself? Can you make announcements with a loud voice in markets? Can you travel for a whole day and stay awake the whole night? Can you perform itikaf, which means 1, to sit in one place for a few days, 2, to meditate for hours and hours, and 3, not to talk to anyone for hours or days? Can you travel carrying your load without any money in your pocket? Can you travel among enemies, rivals, and strangers for days, weeks, or months? Do you agree that some people cannot be defeated? They do not even like to hear the word defeat. They are prepared to bring down such mountains and control rivers. Do you think that you will be prepared for such sacrifices? Do you have the courage to say yes when the world is saying no? Everyone will laugh around you and you can remain serious. People run after you to assault you and you stand there instead and humbly say, beat me. You do not agree with the liars, but make everyone agree with you because you are the truthful. You do not say that I've worked hard, but God did not grant me success. Instead, you see your own fault in your failure. You believe that those who work hard always succeed, and one who does not succeed has never worked hard. If you are such a person, then you have the abilities of becoming a good missionary and merchant. But where are you? A servant of God is in search of you for a long time. O Ahmadi young man, look for that man in your province, in your city, in your area, in your house, and in your heart. My friends, ponder and you will realize that this is directed towards no one but ourselves. The world is attacking us from every direction, and it is only us. It is only the sacrifices that we'll make with our own blood that it will give success to this faith of Allah. This is a time that will never come into our hands again if we let it slip. It is a time when people don't realize, but when they will, a great revolution will come about in the earth. All those times when we have to spend long hours doing things we may not want to, working hard while the world enjoys, those are the times when we are striving for the pleasure of Allah. Those early mornings, those late evenings will never go astray. And inshallah, the pleasure of Allah will be with this Jamaat. Remember, we are all the followers of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad al-Qadiani, who once said, I'm thankful to God and have firm belief that if not a single person may accompany me, and everyone may leave me, even then I have no fear. I know that God is with me. Even if I be crushed and become nothing in the eyes of others, receive hateful attitude and listen to abusive language from everywhere, even then, at last I'll be the conqueror. No one knows me but the one who is with me. I'll not be left alone. vain triumphs of my enemies will bring nothing to them except my victory. O ignorant people, which righteous and loyal servant of God was destroyed, that I be destroyed? Remember that my soul is not meant to be destroyed. Remember, my soul is not meant to be destroyed, but I am made to be a conqueror. If we have the blessings of such a man of God, then who can come in our way? May Allah Ta'ala, the Almighty, allow us all to give great sacrifices as Khuddams and strive for the betterment of not only the scheme, but for the victory of the true Islam in general. Ameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah.